Good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to a brand new round of the 2023 GP4 DTM season. I'm your commentator, Robert, and looks like today I might be alone. We've arrived at Road America for the next race of this championship. This should be an exciting one. It's a great track for racing. So then, uh, how do you have the stream? Yes. No, I don't see it. No, I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay, now it works. And it looks like we have a wet session, but there's a strong chance of it drying up. Alright, let's get this qualifying underway at Road America in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Who's going to be the first car out on the track? Everyone has intermediate tires on at the moment. And who's going out first? Looks to me like it could be Max Gillen. He's going out now. Alright, we can see some spray in the pit lane. The track is still wet. Gillen's going out. He's the first car out there in the Aston Martin. And the visibility is not looking that bad, Flo. There is still a chance it will drop, of course, so the initial times may prove to be meaningless, but we'll wait and see on that one. Of course, it's harder to set up a perfect lap in the wet than it is in the dry, so the drivers will be trying their best to ensure they can get a good lap time in. Dylan is getting ready to start his lap. He's going for the fast third sector of the track right about now. Out of turn 14, we go up the hill for the first lap of the session with Max Gillen. Okay, let's go. And towards turn 1, an over 90-degree right-hander. You have to get exit while you're at it, and he's done a decent job there, Skillen. And towards turn 2, and now into turn 3. I don't even it shouldn't even be classed as a corner, that turn 2, but apparently it is according to the map. Anyway, get some good traction out of 3 as you go down Moraine sweep into turn 4 and down the hill on the approach to 5. Very important to get the braking right here. The gravel is very close as he sets a 31.3 in the first sector. As we go through turn 5 and now in towards the 90-degree left-hander of 6. Be careful there not to overshoot. It can happen quite easily. As we go through the right and now down hurry downs. In towards turn 8. Now into 9. Starting the next corner, the carousel. Very long sequence of a very long swooping right-hander. Very important to keep the car pointed at straight. It's a 110.6 for middle sector. As we went through the kink and down into Cal Bottoms, approaching Canada corner, an important place for overtaking. Turn 12 Canada corner. He's got a good drive through it. As we go in towards 13, now it only remains turn 14, last corner of the track. You want to sacrifice your entry for best exit possible as you launch yourself down to the long straight. Skillen's lap time will be the benchmarker for everybody to beat, and he sets a 144.2 flow. Rubik is unable to beat it. He's 1.6 seconds off the pace. Same goes for Galloway. He's in third. He's in second. So in fact, we got a yellow flag at the kink. We got a yellow flag. Who's it for? As Graf has gone fastest, it's for Hamid. Is it? No, it's for Razin. Let's see what's happened here. Fraser went for the move on him. Razin just ran himself off the road. They crashed. The spare car ban will be implemented on that one. He crashed it in these conditions, but Razin will not put a lap in. How do you think of that, Flo? Yeah, and as a result, he'll be starting in plumb last. Let's take another look at it again. Just understeered into the kink and completely lost the front end. As he hit the wall, it was over for him. Sinonome's lap time has been heavily impacted as well. Evelyn and Titkov are racing each other through the yellow flag section. So don't be surprised some people end up with compromised lap times. Yeah, a lot of people are slowing down there. Braki and Morgan are racing each other, and I have to say the cars came out quite close to one another. It's strange, as Gal goes P6, Finks goes P10. Razor goes P10 now. Azin is in the pits, he's getting the spare car ban enforced on him. He's fighting meanwhile for position here, but he's on his in-laps with one matter match. The gaps are quite spread out. Campana is on original pull from Hamid, and then Graf in third. Graf is trying to make an overtake here, which he has completed. Into Canada corner. I love that corner name. Galloway is coming into the pits. Alright, drivers are coming in. Can we get... Is it not possible to get the second commentator? Yeah. Right, we got some cars going off for their second run. Glenn is the first one as was the previous run. And Turbic are also on track. Visibility is pretty good. Mm, Right, Skillen is having an interesting lap so far, but he's down in the first sector. Let's see if he can gain in sector 2 as much and stay in the pits on this run. Skillen is still down in the middle sector. I don't expect him to be able to improve. He's a pretty strong P4 at the moment, and I'm sure he'll want to make it even better than that. As we go through the left-hander of 13, and now to turn 14 of Max Skillen. He finishes the lap without an improvement, 6 tenths off the pace. Gamba is starting a lap. He's currently 3 seconds down on P1. Let's see if he can close that down. He might have been slowed down by Razin's crash from earlier. Storvik is on a flying lap. He's improving, so this is good news for him. Let's see what the pole will be able to do. Onto the main straight. What is his lap time going to be? Storvik, who is in 11th place, remains there. He's lost time in the last sector. Fact improves to go P8. Good effort. Campana is still on provisional pole and he hasn't gained any time in the first 2 sectors. Let's see if he can get anything done. Doesn't improve in either does Hamid, but Fraser improves to go second. That's a strong lap. As Graf doesn't improve, he remains P4. Tsunome improves to go 7th. Not bad. As Gaz is the next car out there to do a lap. In P12 currently, where is he gonna go? Is this pole position? No, it's P3. Quite close to P2 there. Galloway does not improve. Titkov isn't an improvement. Maxim Titkov goes up to P9. Neller goes second. A great improvement there for Will Neller. Daniel Darabosh is the next car out there to do a lap. Is he gonna improve? No, he's not. 3 seconds off the pace. Cleveland improves but remains in last place by a very big margin. 1.7 seconds slower than the next car. What is going on for Zealand? As Franco Gamba, currently in P20, is on an improvement in the Lamborghini. Let's see what the Italian driver will be able to do. Into the last corner we go. What can Gamba accomplish on this flying lap? Here goes P9. Very solid improvement for Gamba. He's gained 12 places. He's gained 11 places. As Morgan doesn't improve. He goes up to 10th. That's about it for this second round, Flo. What do you think of things?
A lot, so let's wait and see for the 3 other rounds that will happen. Maybe it will dry up.
Alright, time for the third round. Dylan has gone out on track. Don't forget to like and subscribe. By the way, guys, how important. We appreciate your support. Looks like Skillen is being competed by, I think that is Victor Bobo in the Lamborghini. Sorry, I was AFK for a little bit. But yeah, Skillen will not be improving on his lap. Looks like he's going to stay P7 for the moment. The whole up isn't as bad as I expected, but he's still losing compared to his personal best. Sector 2. He's made the move on the Lamborghini now. On Victor Bobo, who is actually leaving DTM at the end of the season. He'll be moving to World Champ Car with Manor, I think. As for turn 14, we go with Skillen. Finishes his lap. Where's he going to go? Max Skillen remains where he is. Bobo starts the lap. Neller is about to start the lap as well. Otian is on a flying lap. He's 2 seconds off the pace, so that's not good. Let's see if we can get anything rescued in the last sector, though I doubt it. Sky appears to be improving a little bit, and there are less drops of rain on the camera. He improves, but remains in 18th position, I think. There's that for Motian. Razor's next to cross the line. Where is he going to go? He remains in 3rd place. No improvement there, over a second off the pace. Fact is next. What is Fact able to do? Nothing much. He remains 14th. No improvement. No improvement for Jake Galloway either, or for Hamid. Braki is next, followed by Eveland. They're holding each other up. Eveland is pulling out of the slipstream to make a move to finish his lap. He improves to 18th. That's a good improvement. Ibobo goes 12th. Harabosh is on a flying lap, but he is not improving. Franco Gamba is, though. He's behind Maxim Titkov. As Neller improves, 2nd place once again, but he's gotten even closer to Campana than before. Titkov doesn't improve. Gamba does. Gamba is up to P9. Josh Finks is in 18th and on an improvement. Where is he going to go? Josh Finks goes up to 15th. Wee goes up to P10, so good effort there. As we got just over 9 minutes left in this session. And things are getting more interesting, Flo.
Yeah, I think slowly the track will be drying up. So I expect some interesting stuff to happen in the next 2 runs we will have.
By the way, I am not doing the race. Sorry. I will just do the first lap and then I will go. Did you hear me?
Yes.
All right. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
But please do message me in the morning and tell me who won, or message me after the race. As Hamid comes into the pits, what happened? We got probably just one more run left in this session. And Ron Morgan will be the first car going out on the track. There's that. No, Skillen is already out on track. Never mind. No, Skillen has gone out just behind, actually, just behind Morgan. Morgan is the first car on track. And the track still remains wet a little bit. Hasn't dried up as much as we expected. Either way, the amount of rain you can see on the camera is getting lower and lower. More cars are heading out onto the racetrack. Mhm. We'll be waiting for Morgan to start his lap as he exits kind of the corner. Now for the left-hander we go. Now for the right of turn 14. Do you want to take us for a lap, Flo? Or should I do it
You
instead?
can do it.
Alright. Looks like there's a car in the pits right about now. Could be holding up Morgan. It's gonna be close. Morgan is ahead of that car. He's going to turn 1. Now into what is for some reason because they're in turn 2. And now into 3. He's braked a little early. But he's got good traction on exit. Decent run through the corner. Should help him out as go onto the second longest straight of the track. Up the hill we go and then down the hill as we complete the first sector. Morgan is quite a long way off the pace, almost 4 tenths down. His personal best is 1.8 tenths, is 1.8 seconds out on Campana almost, so looks to me like he might not be improving if he's lost that much in Sector 1 alone. And Sector 1 is just 2 proper corners and that's it. It's all straights for the rest of that. Morgan goes through the left-hander. Now into the carousel. Carousel of turn 10. He's got a decent drive through the corner. As we approach the kink, he's down, but not so much. I think he might be actually improving in his last sector as Hamid has a little bit of a glitch. He can't get back into his garage. Is Flo using the cheat engine to get him back in the garage? Hamid is stuck there. Morgan has improved actually. He's gained in the last sector and gone all the way to P8. That's a very strong lap. The driver has 0 points so far this season. Morgan doing quite well. Motian goes to 18th. Morgan recovered after bad sector 1 to do an amazing job in sectors 2 and 3. And Tsunonome is battling for track position here with Gal. Tsunonome is on an improvement at the moment. So it looks to me as we have a yellow flag. Razor's gone purple as Neller has crashed it. When Neller has crashed it, he'll not be taking further part in this session. But this was the last run anyway, so it's not like he's missing out on much. Let's see what happened. Was it the same incident as with Razin? Looks to me like it was. Just understeered off and ended up in the wall. Razor went purple in the middle sector. I think he might be a favorite to steal Paul from Campana here at the death of it. Speaking of Campana, he went purple as well by a big margin, but collected big damage here. So he won't be able to improve on his lap. He's coming into the pits. That's really unfortunate for Link Campana. Fraser was matching Campana's new improvement, but Fraser did not take any damage. Daniel Fraser could be stealing pole position here, Flo. No, Nome goes P1 out of nowhere. That's unexpected, but he's gotten the improvement he needed. He goes to P1 provisionally as Bobo doesn't improve. Graf goes P4. He needed that. That's a great effort. Fraser, can he take pole? Yes, he can by 3.5 tenths. That's a mighty effort. That is one mighty effort as Turvik improves to go 14th. Galloway improves to go 13th. Braki is in last at the moment. He remains in 21st, but improves by almost a second. Itkov improves to go third. That's a strong effort. That is one strong. Effort. Evelyn is on an improvement. He's down in P20 at the moment. What is he gonna do? Remains P20. But he's gained a few tenths there. 2 minutes to go in this session. Some fact is finishing his flying lap. Where is he going to place himself? Nowhere relevant. He remains 18th without an improvement. That should be the last runs done for everybody. Unless we're still waiting on someone. As looks like Flo is enforcing the spare car ban on Will Neller. There isn't much time left in the session anyway. I don't even think he's been. I don't even think anyone else will be going out. But yeah, Neller cannot go out. Spare car ban is in play. Dadabosh might be the last driver to finish a flying lap. He's in P11, remains P11. Wee is also on a flying lap and he's improving on his personal best. Currently in P13, what's he gonna do? He goes up to P7. He gets himself into the top 10 quite well. Nicely done. And I think that's it for everybody, Flo.
Yep, that was it.
What's going on? What's going on, Flo? Is it from your end?
What do you mean?
I felt the sound of someone constantly rejoining and rejoining and exiting, but I think it was just, I don't know.
Okay.
There wasn't anybody there. Session is done, meanwhile. So there's that. Fraser takes pole position by a big amount. It would have been very interesting to see how close it would have been between him and Campana if Campana didn't collect that damage. So yeah, that is the end of the qualifying session. Been an interesting one. Mm. That was an interesting qualifying session, Flo, right?
Yes, indeed. Especially in the last runs when the track improved a little bit.
Yeah.
You have the grid, Rob.
Yes, I am here. Alright, time to get this race going. It'll be 38 laps of action, so here let's get going with the grid. On pole position is Daniel Fraser, followed by Hento Sinome in the Apt car, then Fraser in the Aston. Then is Maxim Titko third, followed by Lincoln Pana fourth. After that is his teammate Will Neller, followed by the championship leader Dennis Graf. Then is Xavier Wim P7, Miklos Gallen P8. Mohamed Osman Hamid P9 and Max Dillon 10th, followed by Ron Morgan in 11th. Very good qualifying for the Raven West. And then Daniel Darabosh in P12. Franco Gampa is in 13th, followed by Jake Galloway. Then it is Victor Bobo, followed by Matos Turvik. After that, it is Josh Finks, followed by Sam Fact. And Roland Moch and Lotus Evelyn. And on the back of the grid is Bartosz Brak and Mohamed Razin. And the weather for the race is going to be dry with a little bit of cloud cover, but it will be dry. Let's see then who's gonna get the better job today and take the lead at the start. Can Fraser hold on? You will see. As the session is about to begin, this race. Alright, Fraser has the inside line for turn 1. We still got a little bit of rain, but the track is dry. So let's get this party started. Can Tsunami steal the lead or will Fraser be able to hold on? It's a long round on turn 1, but an exciting run. It's got 5 lights, and we're racing here at Road America. Decent start from the front two. I think Tsunami might have gotten off a little bit better. He's pulling alongside, but Fraser has the advantage with the inside line. I think he'll be able to hold on. Tsunami is trying to go for it around the outside of him. It's quite close, but Fraser remains in front. Titkov is watching intently from behind, and Tsunami has completed the move around the outside. He takes the lead at turn 3. Great stuff done for Tsunami. Fraser drops down to second as Titkov will be trying to make it 100 position. Fraser loses. He's gonna send it into his turn 5. Let's see. Down the hill we go. No, he remains behind. Wee's in P9. Dylan is in P9 now. Gal trying to make a move. He's got it done. As that is Wee going off track. He's got dropped down to P14 with that little excursion. Databosh is in 14th. Let's see what happened here. There was that car crashing behind. Evelyn got punted from behind by Gamba. Gamba just drove straight into the back of him. Evelyn without his rear wing won't be so competitive. He's gonna have to pit. A disaster start of the race for Lotus Evelyn. As Fraser is losing ground to Tsunome, who is pulling away quite a lot already. 1.3 second advantage, and it's not even been a full lap yet. As we go into Canada corner, Bobo is trying to make a move on Jay Galloway. It's not close enough. Meanwhile, Darabosh is close enough to attack Wee. He's trying to get past him, but he can't. Neller overtakes Campana unseen by the cameras as Tsunome completes the first lap and he's leading this race. Ditko is attacking Fraser. Fastest lap confirmation there for Tsunome. Actually, I think I will stay a little bit longer, Flo. Let's see. Campana tried to get past Neller into turn 1 but wasn't able to do it. Meanwhile, Graf is down to 8th on the fringes of the points. Skillen will be trying to take that point away from him as Jake Galloway is in P11. Down by Neveland are coming into the pits. Fraser, the pole sitter, is trying to overtake Titkov again. He's trying to get back past him. Can he do it? And the answer is yes, he can. Yes, he can. Meanwhile, he's in P5 ahead of Campana. Follows the position from Miller and Mohammed. Josh is in P8 at the moment. The championship leader constructor is still on point, but he will want to do better than that, of course. Some more pace in his wagon. This is being held up to him. We've been in the pit for a long time, though, still. Especially Evelyn. As now Neller's trying to make a move on Daniel Fraser. That was a close one, though. He didn't make it. He did it. To Canada corner, Hamid has overtaken Neller. Great stuff. Hold on in turn 13. No, Neller reclaims the spot. As Nose in front was able to reclaim the position. Graf is gonna be in the slipstream with the car in front to make a move onto the front straight. Hamid is mixed up. Neller took another press the top. Hamid trying to overtake Neller at the inside line for turn 1. Neller isn't finding him. Waiting for the can't win. Graf defends P8 against against killing. Incredible lead Sudome has built up already. In the meantime, as Campana is making a move on Neller, Hamid has gained 5 places already. Very strong race he is having. As Graf has dropped out of the points, he's been overtaken by Skill and unseen by the cameras. Now Gal will be trying to do the same. Quite a lot of racing so far, Flo.
Yeah, indeed. And the championship leader at the moment is not really having the very good time.
No, definitely not. Go is caught up to Fraser. He's trying to overtake him. Graf is still staying close to the back of Skill. Never attacks Campana. He needs to be careful not to give Morgan any opportunities. Morgan, who is still pointless this season, is scrapping up there in the points at the moment, so he'll be delighted with that. As Ditko is trying to make a move on the front straight. Let's see if he can overtake Fraser. Tsunome is pulling further away. You can already see on the minimap he's got a substantial lead. As Titkov goes down the inside, he's able to jump into second place. Can he hunt down Tsunome, or will that prove to be a little bit too difficult? Darabosh makes a move on Wii, gets himself up in 13th place. Neller over to Campana, unseen by the cameras also. Campana's gonna try to come back at him towards turn 5, down the straight. Hamid overtakes Fraser as well. Fraser drops down in our position. We overtakes Darabosh, so Darabosh's stint in front of him didn't last long. Graf is back in the top 8, he's overtaken Skillen, but that's 1 point for him at the moment, as things stand. This is a fun race. As Campana is caught up to Fraser, he's gonna try to pass him into the kink impossible, but he has another shot at kind of the corner. Was he can get him there, as Killen has re-overtaken Graf once again. Into the kink, actually, that was close to contact, but they've kept it clean. Let's see if Graf can fight back, or if Gal will be making a move. Oh, Graf shut the door if they collided. Graf spins it around, so does Gal. Graf has gotten damage and hit the wall. I think he's out of the race. Gal has spun around, and that's a bizarre incident. Has he crashed into the wall as well? I think he has, though we can't see in this blind spot. Graf is out of the race, so is Gal. The two Ferraris have crashed out together, and this is rule 1 in racing: never hit your teammate. Hamid says the fastest lap now. Oh my goodness me. Not sure what Gal was thinking there. He went for an aggressive move, but there just wasn't a gap. Graf closed the door before Gal could get alongside. Gal just ran into him, and as a result, the two of them have collided and have dropped out. What do you think, Flo?
Yeah, Dennis got compromised on the exit of the corner because of skin, and then Gal had too much of overspeed and was a little bit too aggressive, hit him, and that's basically it for both of them.
Yep, indeed. It is a shame for the pair of them. They were fighting for the points. But that's some relief for Skillen, as his hold on P8 seems to be consolidated and he'll be trying to push up and gain some more places. And I'll be taking a bathroom break behind that. I'm back, what have I missed? Did I miss anything?
Not really that much, only some overtakes at the back.
Right. Looks like Nader and Campana are still fighting for position. Nader's in front of his teammate for the time being, but the American will pressure him. This is his home race, of course. So let's see if he can take that position. Campana goes down the inside into Kink. He's got it. Nader has gone right. He spins around and takes out Morgan with it. Oh no. That's a big crash, and Will Nader is out of the race. And what a shame for Ron Morgan, who was looking to fight for his first ever points of the season. Quite a few cars with damage, as Fog goes through there as well. Binks goes off the track at Canada Corner and loses a place here. But now Will Neller is out. This race is turning out more and more chaotic. Got some big crashes, and this one for Will Neller was entirely self-inflicted. He didn't run into the back of anyone else, just ran himself off the road. Very similar to his incident in qualifying, except this time he spun around and got collected by Morgan. This is so unfair for Morgan. He hasn't scored points all season, and because of this crash he won't be getting any so far today, looks like. What do you think, Flo?
Yeah, this crash was really stupid from Nella. He was on the. He really didn't have to be so aggressive today because Dennis was already out. But yeah, it's what it is. And now, obviously, Rowan Morgan, who is in a not so good team, got pr pretty much all of the shit against his car and cannot continue anymore. It's really a shame.
Meanwhile, 3 of the top 4 in the championship are out, and we're only 7 laps into this race. As it stands, Sonoma is on track to gain big. I think he could jump into second or third in the championship as things stand. The Audi man. Graf will remain on 56 points, of course, with his DNF. Campana could stand to gain a few points on him, but the gap will still be over 10 points. Graf has that little bit of safety as Bobo has been promoted to the points and is fighting with Jay Galloway. He's fighting with Razin. Didn't Razin start in last? He's making an incredible comeback already. How many places has he gained? Like 10, 11 places? Practice attacking Braki in the meantime as Campana is fighting with Fraser for P4. Yes, he's got him. Ditkov is 3 seconds behind Sononome. It looks like Sononome's mighty pace from the start of this race could be not so strong anymore. It doesn't appear to be pulling away any further. Oh, I can see your other screens, not just the game. But now I can see the game. Campana is still trying to find a way past Fraser in the meantime. Zrazin is attacking. Hinks, can he get him? Yes, he can on down the Moraine sweep. He's got him. And that's up at our position for Razin. He's doing a great recovery drive. Could he end up in the points? I'm not so sure, but either way, he's been fighting hard and gained a ton of places. 3 seconds now the gaps. Titkov is faster than Tsunonomi. 2.8. That could be an interesting one. We'll keep an eye out on those drivers. Did Tsunonomi eat up a little bit too much from his tires in the early laps? Is he suffering from overheating perhaps? Who knows really. As now Campana is trying to make a move into Canada corner, needs to keep it careful though. Fraser has locked up, but that's not enough for Campana to take advantage. By the way, Flo, I think I will go after lap 10. If that's okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay. Campana is gaining in the slipstream. Can he overtake Fraser? He's pulling alongside. And this should be the move down easily. Yes, it is. Now his job is to pull away. As things stand, Campana will gain 5 points, and Sonome will gain 10, so Campana would still be in second, but Sonome would jump up to third in the championship in front of Neller and Gal, who are both out of this race and can't gain any points as a result. Rubicor takes fucked meanwhile, unseen by the cameras. Has got a battle here. I think this is Finks against Razin. Yes, it is, and Razin remains in front, fucked. Holds on in front of Turvik. 2.7 between the leaders. Titkov is slowly but surely cutting that gap down. Alright, I'm gonna go now, Flo. Thank you. And enjoy the race, everybody. You're there?
Yes,
Oh,
thank you for the 10 laps.
welcome. I'm going now. Text me when the race isn't over. Let me know the results, please. Bye.
Yes, see you. Bye bye.
Bye.
we go. So, yeah. Hello, guys. Just so that the race is on. And hello, Flo. Hello, everyone. Yeah.
Hey Franco,
Lap
nice to
15.
see you.
Nice to see you, man. Well, race has been quite tricky until now. I mean, we had many plot twists, such as the contact between the two life courses with Miklos Gal and Dennis Graf out from the race, but not only that, because also we had Will Neller making an error and actually ruining Morgan's race. Well, poor guy. I mean, get bad luck, my drivers, but yeah, race is still long, so things can still happen. But yeah, the front we have Synonym, then we have Titkov in a surprising second place. Hamid in third, and Hamid until now hasn't scored points at all. Speaking of Titkov, is going to box this lap. Of course, I guess it's gonna be a one-stop strategy here. So is it gonna be a one-stop strategy majorly?
Yes, I did put one-stop strategies in this race
Okay.
because two-stop doesn't really make a sense here, unfortunately.
Yeah, I well, it's understandable. Also, it's 38 laps, so it's quite quick, quite a quick race. Meanwhile, here, Mochen passed Bobo for 9th. It's actually the only hope for Corvette, Ravenvoss Corvette, to score points today. Brask as well is gonna box this lap, from what I've seen. And yeah, here we're seeing we lapped by Fraser. Yes, because the red car is Fraser. I remember correctly, yes. And then at the front, well, we were saying basically, Synonym leads. Then Titkov was closing in, and Hamid in third, and then we have Kampan in fourth, Skillen in fifth, Fraser sixth, Galloway seventh, and Darabos closing the top 8. As now Titkov goes in the box, and let's see where he will rejoin. Slow trip here. Limiter, put it in, and there we go. Now let's see. Of course, the fuel he will have will be enough to complete the race, and there we go. He rejoins on track. Will it be in 8th, maybe, ahead of the two cars in front of him? Darabos is going to box this lap. No, it's 10th. 11th, oh well. Actually, a bit more behind than what I expected. Just behind Josh Finks. Meanwhile here, Darabos is probably going to pass Galloway here. At turn 3 yellow. Who's that? Oh, it's Razin. Razin spun. And let's see what has happened. Is it an error of his own? And yes, it is. Razin, who started from last in qualifying after a big error. Good thing about underground trips is that you can see things chilling. So the qualifying, so bit of things that happen generally. Yeah, not going well for my driver, but it is what it is. Yeah. So we're saying, yeah, Darabos didn't pass Galloway. Well, let's see if he can make it move here. No, well, probably not even too smart to make the move here because you have to pit this lap, and yeah, better to at this point stay in the slipstream of the driver in front than actually trying to make the move. And meanwhile, Hamid will box in this coming lap. So in lap 18, Razin will come in the box. Evland boxed, and it's Tarabos, Motion. So the two Hungarians remain in the race, and I think someone else is going to be Josh Finks. So actually, two drivers are going to box now. Let's see. Stoic as well. So yeah, it's a party in the pit lane. There we go. Morgan moves up to 11th now. Well, sadly, Morgan will have to pit again. It's quite sad because Morgan was actually doing really well, and actually Morgan needs points this season. Difficult season for him. Unfortunate as well because he had few occasions to score points, but yeah, things didn't went exactly on his way, and Hamid is going to box, and Fakht and Razin as well. Yeah, so we have few people going to pit pretty soon, and Hamid is one of them. Now, you load, of course, yeah. Synonym will box this lap 19. In the lap 19, he will come into the pits as Hamid now puts his fuel on, and meanwhile here the battle for desperation, let's say, because the battle of for second to last, and we is now ahead of Hiveland, so Hiveland is now last of the cars running on track. Hamid will rejoin in. Let's see where and how far he will be from Titkov. Well, just a bit behind, so he will have time to try and coach Titkov. As meanwhile here, Fakht and Razin boxes. Let's see where they will rejoin. Now they leave the pit lane. Yeah, the pit limiter here is on, so of course you have to be really slow. And Fakht rejoins in 14th. Yes. No, 17th, sorry. No, sorry, no. Yeah, Fakht 14th and Razin 17th. There we go. Fraser is going to box his lap. And Synonym comes in. Crucial for Synonym, because if he will win the race, he will be in direct championship contention with 4 rounds to go, right?
Yeah, with that one, yes.
Okay, so it's it's round 10, right?
Let me see. uh,
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, left. All right. So Synonym meanwhile rejoins in 6. Thank you, Flo, for checking in. And yeah. Meanwhile here, Skillens passed Campana on the straights. That actually helps Graph a little bit because a point less for Campana, and Skillen will box his lap.
Oh shit.
Oh, Titkov is ahead. He has jumped Synonym. Yeah. Titkov have a strong opportunity today to win the race. But yeah, fresher tires for Synonym, so he will for sure close up the gap. Organ boxes. And well, here Skillen will have to defend from Campana. Stays ahead. And well, Motion moved up to 10th, I think. Someone pitted, I guess. Yeah. Yes, Morgan, right. There's a me wall here. Galloway lops Eveland. And Morgan rejoins in 17th. Skillen is in the box. I guess it will be time for Campana in lap 21. Galloway as well is coming in. And yeah, Synonym is already closing in on Titkoff. Crucial for him. Crucial for his championship hopes. For sure, Dennis Graf is supporting Titkoff because it will mean that Synonym will lose 2 points if he finishes ahead, and Skillen rejoins in 6. Well, he will be probably 5th after Campana will box. And meanwhile, Galloway might be jumped by Darabos, and yes, he is. Darabos moves up to 7th. And Galloway is in 8th, while Fraser is 9th. Whoa, Fraser lost a lot. Yeah, Fraser has lost quite a lot because he was ahead before. Gamba boxes, but Gamba is in the backfield. So Bobo as well is going to box soon. So yeah, virtually Darabos is a 6. And actually, yeah, Fraser has lost a lot. Meanwhile here, Titkoff is not scoring points since a lot of time. Let me check. Kamba rejoins in 70th, but we didn't care about Kamba. Sorry. Let's see. Campana's boxing. Yeah, now Campana is in, and yeah, Titkov is not scoring points since the second round of the season in Assen with a podium, and this time it could be a big prize for him. Yeah, a bit of delay from Campana's box, and the Bobo as well is in. Campana will probably rejoin just behind Max Killen, so we'll be in 5th. Yeah. Yeah, Campana is through. Sorry, Campana. Skillen is through. And he jumps him. Defo. Bobo now rejoins on track. Let's see where he will rejoin. Probably might be right behind. No, he's far from him. And Fraser. And he's also behind Mochen. So yeah, he's 10th. Just ahead of Josh Finks. As now, Synonym is right behind Titkov, but let's see Hamid as well, because Hamid is not far from them, and Hamid might be closing in. Well, this could be a 3-way battle for the win. This could be interesting. As meanwhile here already, Synonym is trying to put pressure on Titkov. Titkov is defending well. Remains ahead. I mean, now we'll gain a bit of time, for sure. And Eveland is in 19th. Well, of course, a lap now because it will be lapped. It will be lapped soon again. All the drivers ahead pitted. So yeah, now the situation is Titkov, Synonym fighting for the win, possibly Hamid as well, and Skillen scores the fastest lap in 4th, Jan Campana 5th, Darabo 6th, Galloway 7th, and Fraser in 8th. And now, Jake Galloway, speaking of him, is passing the BMW of Darabos for 6th. And Jake Galloway goes ahead. Meanwhile, yeah, Synonym is trying to pass Titkov. Still behind him. Well, Eveland might be a decisive factor for this battle because it might be an added chicane for one of them. And meanwhile, Starbucks is trying to responding from Galloway's attacks, and he cannot get back ahead. Remains behind. And now Synonym, is he through? Not yet. Side by side. Side by side. Might be ahead. No. He decides to return behind. And now with this, it is closing in even more. It's going to be three-way battle for the win now. Such an exciting situation. And now Synonym moves ahead for Titkov for sure, because you have the momentum, we have the speed. 24th lap begun, and is ahead. Synonym is leading again. Skill and though fastest lap after fastest lap. Let's see if he can get closer to this group. Titkov is not giving up. Now we'll try again to make the move here. He will probably go through. Yes, he is. And now Hamid is fueling the battle and might be even ahead of Synonym. Not yet. Evil Undead is going to be a factor for this battle. Titkov is still defending, and meanwhile here Darboz is going to retake 6. Yes, he is. Daniel Darboz back to 6. And it's important for him for his championship ambitions in general. And meanwhile here Synonym, he has made the move, fantastic move, and he takes the lead. He takes the lead. Amit though as well want to make the move. Please don't make the same mistake Miklos made with Dennis. But now Hento Synonym takes the lead and puts himself virtually 12 points behind Dennis Graf in the standings. So it's crucial for him with 4 rounds left after this one. So it's gonna be an exciting championship finale. So yeah. Now there's Evil on the head. One great mess, Lotus. Weird someone is named Lotus, but in life everything is possible. Titkov laps him as well. And yeah, Hamid now is losing time. He's losing the 2 guys ahead. Yeah, now Titkov is trying to get closer again, but it's quite difficult. As meanwhile, Morgan with a pit more than Rosin is going to pass him in a straight. And there he goes. Unbelievable how lucky Rowan Morgan has been. It could have been a possible... Yeah, for sure. Points finish, and Titkov makes the mistake. Titkov makes the mistake here, and now Hamid is going to get closer and will try and attack soon. Would have been worse for Titkov. But luckily, only a small error. Not a big one, which could have in the end of his race. We've seen with Neller what has happened. So, you have to be really careful there. As meanwhile, Hamid is ahead of Titkov now. Is he? Yes. Hamid is second. Hamid right now will be getting his first 8 points of the season. And I will say, really deserved after such a tough start of the season. But Titkov isn't giving up and want to get that second place again after Austin. And he now moves ahead Hamid again. Up to second. And we might see Skillen closing in, yes. Yes, Skillen is closing in on these two, while Synonym has pulled away. Galloway passed again Darabos. Darabos tries again to get ahead of Galloway, but cannot go through, and Fraser watches the battle carefully because he might be deciding to join the party soon. As meanwhile here, Skillen have to lap Eveland. Eveland isn't really making his life easy, and there we go. Passes through. As Hamid now has lost a little bit on Titkov, but will have another opportunity soon to pass him. Let's see if now in the straight he will get closer to him. Now Titkov is making defensive lines. He was 1.7 behind Synonym after finishing his lap, but now it will probably an increased gap. As meanwhile here, Hamid is taking the slipstream. He's trying to make the move. Will he go through? Yes, he is. Hamid is back to second. This track is really good for racing in general. So you have plenty of action here. We've seen also this in the top class last 2 years ago in real life. Earlier this season. As I can say, even if it feels weird for how much time has passed, Ibobo moves up to 9th. Bobo's leaving DTM after this season. The Highlander of the series actually leaving feels like Thomas Müller leaving Bayern München. Actually feels weird. Even if now Müller is back with Bayern, but he was set to leave initially. Wait. I asked the chat, has Müller left Bayern? I don't remember this. As meanwhile, Skillen is closing in on Titkov for third. Titkov seems like to be struggling now. Of course, Skillen has pitted a little bit later than him, so the overcut might be costing initially at the second stint for drivers, because they will lose a bit of time, but that they came back when they after they made the pit stop, so it's useful. So, as meanwhile here, then Fact, I guess, is moving ahead of Brachki. Yes, Bartosz Brachki, and Fact it goes up to 12. Good race by Bartosz Brachki, by the way, in 13th. Had Louis and many other drivers. Well, some had damage, but yeah, is what it is. And meanwhile, Skillen is there. He's trying to make the move. Will he go through? Yes, he is. And Max Skillen takes the third place in an unusual spot to overtake. And he goes through. But watch out for Campana as well. He has made the pit really late. And now is seeing quite closely this battle between Titkov and Skillen. Titkov is now taking back the place. Yes, he is. Skillen will probably make the move in turn 3. Meanwhile, Skillen is now taking the slipstream of Titkov. Is making the move again. And he goes through to third. But now Titkov will have to watch his mirror Carefully, Galloway. A big error from Jake Galloway, who will now drop to 9 for 10th, I guess. Big error here, which costs massive time to him. And yeah, Iboba goes through as well. Let's see if Motion will go through. It's closing in. Might take the slipstream soon. As meanwhile here, Titkov now have to defend from Campana. He's trying to make the move in a dangerous spot where we've seen, of course, Mr. Neller spinning earlier in the race. As we're approaching lap 30 now. And there we go. Lap 30 begun. 9 laps to go. Campana now is making the move on Maxim Titkov to move up to 4th, and it's crucial for him because it will mean Campana stays in 2nd in the championship. 11 points behind Dennis Groff. So yeah, the battle for the championship is on. As yeah. Motion passed Galloway for 9th. Well, nearly. Yes, he is. Motion is up to 9th. Galloway's error is costing him a lot. Yeah, Titkov seems to be lacking pace. And meanwhile, who's going to box? Who's Titkov's teammate? We is going to box again. Oh my lord. Terrible race for him. For we. Ah yeah, low amount of fuel. Third stop of the race. So meanwhile here we're watching Max Killen in 3rd. With this will be with 35 points, will be still 6th in the standings. And we get slapped now as he approaches the box. And it's not over yet for the win, maybe. Let's see if Hamid might be able to close up the gap. Killen too, and maybe even Campana, but yeah, Campana have much less chances. Maybe Skillen might be closing in, at least to Hamid. Yeah, things now is making the move on Galloway, or at least he's trying to do so. Oh, sorry, it's Motions. Apologies. So Galloway paused again Motion, and now Motion is losing time with pressure of Josh Finks, possibly making the move in turn 3, and he goes through. Josh Finks is in the top 10. Not valid for points because points are given to the top 8. 1.7 now between Hamid and Skillen. Skillen is closing in quickly. Now the live standings are graph 56, Campana 45, Kinonome 44, Neller 48, Gal 38, and yeah, a little bit more behind Skillen with 35. So if Skillen goes through on Hamid, is closing the gap, he will be 37, so will be actually in the championship. No, against Titkov. Titkov makes a crucial error here, and he will lose a plenty of time with well, he might be safe. He might be actually a lucky boy, because this same error costed a lot, and is costing a lot now to Jake Galloway. And yeah, you have a plenty of gap to ahead of Danny Darbos. Goes to 6. Meanwhile, here three-way battle for 12 between. Meanwhile, Razin passes through week. Yeah, it was Morgan was now 12 passed fact. Brachke passed again fact. As meanwhile here, Mochan retakes 10th. I had Josh Finks. As meanwhile here, the battle of Beck Marcus, let's say, fact is ahead of Brachke. 2 week retakes the place on Razin. Difficult race, as said before, for Razin. An error as well in the race, costing him time. Meanwhile, it's lap 33. Oh, brakes issues for Pinks. Such a shame. Let's see if he's making to the pits or is pulling out on track. Well, I think he's going to make it to the pits. And yes, he is. Well, his race is compromised, but still, at least, has made it to the pits. As he will drop down to 16th place, I guess. Even worse, maybe. Let's see. I don't know where is Morgan. Oh yeah, he went through. And he rejoins on track. Yeah, most likely 16th, because I think Gamba's really far. Yeah, 1 minute and 23. Yeah, things will be in 16th. 1.9 between Sinram and Hamid. But now Hamid have to watch out from behind Skillen's coming. And yeah, most likely game over for Campana, or at least his hopes of getting the podium. But yeah, I might be wrong. Oh yeah, a small error from Hamid at the entrance of the last corner, and now Skillen have the slipstream, and he goes through. Skillen is up to 2nd, and let's see, might be the hunt for the win, but Hamid might try to get him back and might ruin Skillen's plans. Let's see. There we go. Trying to make the move here. And he goes through. Hamid is back up to 2nd. And this will actually help Synonym to maybe pull away a little bit, or breathe a little bit. And Thurwick makes the error on the last corner. And he rejoins alone in 15th. Quite a bit of mistakes from drivers. This is a demanding track in general. You must be careful in some parts of the track. You have to control the throttle and brakes more than in any other circuit, because here, if you don't control it, you're actually in trouble. 1.6 actually between Skillen and Hamid and Synonym, but now it's Skillen becoming the first rival of Synonym in this race, as he moves up back to second, and now might be, well, let's see. Yeah, now we have the gap. Skillen might be, Hamid might be trying to get closer, but now Skillen have the opportunity to close in on Synonym. So Hamid have to be smart to not create issues to Skillen or disturb him, because it would actually mean for both of them that there's no chance of actually win the races. Meanwhile, here battle for 18th nearly crows for a crash, and Ahmed is, oh well, maybe he went a little bit wide. No, yeah, he's losing time compared to Skillen. Skillen is under the second. Skillen might win the race. Watch out for him. And yeah, Campana as well. I might have counted him off from the podium battle too early. I might have to owe an apology to him for underestimating him. And yeah, 3 laps to go now, with Synonym having 0.8, yes, 8 tenths. Skillen is coming in. Synonym now have to watch his mirrors quite more than before. As Skillen is getting closer and closer, might try to make an attack, maybe already from next lap. As now the gap goes down to 6 tenths. Probably might have to start to make defensive moves now. I guess follow the overcut was probably the ideal strategy for at least who was at the front.
Oh yes, this time it worked out perfectly.
We're seeing it with Skillen and Campana. Maybe Campana a little bit later, but he's still there. Yeah, he's coming there. Things, fastest lap, random. But such a shame for him. Wouldn't have been points finish for him, but still he had a good pace until the brake problem. 2 to go now. The gap is 5 tenths. Skillen will try to make the move already from this lap. 2 laps to go. Let's see if we will have a last lap dash with a possible last lap winning race overtake. Will be incredible actually, because even if DTM wasn't on for 3 months and a half, we're getting an exciting battle for the win. And even if 3 contenders in the current top 4 of the standings are out from the race, we are having an exciting one today. 4 tenths now. Skillen will probably make the move already in turn 8 with the fast rate. So Synonym is already making defensive moves with Skillen right behind him. Let's see what will happen. As there we go. Skillen is trying to make the move now. Will he go through? Not yet. Remains ahead as meanwhile, unseen by the camera, Zibobo passed Fraser for 7th. Let's now focus on the battle for the win, as it looks like that Campana might even try to close in to Hamid for 3rd. Now, onto the straight. The last lap is going to begin now. Skillen at the slipstream. Will he get ahead? He takes the lead. Last lap is on. And Skillen takes the lead. But you have to stay ahead. Synonym on turn 3. because this will be decisive. Now Skillen have to defend himself from Synonom's attacks. Now Synonom have a strong chance. He's now trying to make the move as meanwhile Campana as well as making the move on Hamid for third. Synonom retakes the lead and he goes through. I guess now Campana as well takes the podium and it's important for him. 10 points now behind Dennis Graf in the standings. And Synonom now is trying to push as hard as he can to pull away from Skillen. He has created a bit of a gap, but the slipstream effect will make things a little bit more complicated to him, especially now on the straight, as Hamid has given up on the battle for third. So he will finish most likely in fourth. As now Synonom is taking the final corners. Skillen isn't giving up. Skillen is trying to move. No, he cannot make the move. So this is most likely the race. This is most likely the final result of the race, and this is actually crucial for Anto Synonom's hopes of being closer in the championship hunt. And on the last corner they are. Anto Synonom wins the Road America race ahead of Max Skillen, who has now just finished 30 thousandths of a second ahead. Liam Campana in third. Home podium for Liam Campana. Hamid finally first points of the season in fourth. Maxim Titkov gets his first points since round 2 in Athens, so he ends a 8 races drought without points. Darabos finishes in 6th. Ibobo finishes in 7th. Then in 8th is Galloway. 8th is Galloway, not Fraser. The poleman finishes in 9th. Disappointing result for him. As meanwhile here, Morgan finishes 11th. What a shame for him. What could have been for him. In fact, finishes in 12th. Then we have in 13th Brachki. And then Razin in 14th. Frings 15th. Even with the pit stop, he finishes ahead of Turwick. And then we have Franco Gamba. What another disappointing race for him. His future is really a huge question mark. Who knows where he will be next season. But that's it. Race over. And it's Anto Synonom taking an important win. So, Flo, you can read the first 11 and I read the last 11.
All right, so Anto Synonom wins the race after a really, really nice fight at the last few laps with Skillen. He got back to, he basically overtook him in the last lap again and managed to win. Skillen finishes second, almost losing the second place to Campana on the finish straight. And then in P4 we have Hamid, Titkov P5, Darabos P6, Ibobo P7, Jake Galloway is finishing P8, Danny Fraser P9, Roland Motjen P10, and Rowan Morgan finishes P11.
They're pretty similar, I understand.
Yeah.
But you really... Sam Fact in 12th, Bartosz Brachki in 13th, Muhammad Razin in 14th, Josh Finks in 15th, Mateusz Turwick in 16th, and Franco Gamba in 17th, last of the 1,000 few laps. And then we and Eveland a lap down in 18th and 19th, retired from the race, Ulnella and the two Ferrari who have collided earlier in the race, Gall and Graf. The fastest lap goes to who? Just Drinks, right. But yeah, it would have been probably Skillen without the impromptu stop of things. So these were the paces of the race. And yeah, well, guys, that was it. It was an exciting comeback for DTM. We hope DTM can be on more often. Of course, it does not depend on us. Of course, things have changed since the return of the series, so it's not on us. The only hope is that we don't have to wait 3 months again for DTM. That's our hope.
Yes.
But, but yeah, that was a fantastic return for the series. Always really fun, and yeah, there will be for sure soon after this race some contract offers for some drivers. That's something I'm almost certain. So look close to your DMs, because who knows what could be coming for you. And yeah, guys, that was it. Well, that was it from me and Flo, and yeah, Rob as well was left earlier in the race. And see you hopefully next time. And that could be soon or that could be later. So until then, take care, guys.
Yep, take care. We will hopefully see us sooner.